What's up, everybody? So I'm going to be playing a little Orzhov VamPiRes today. Really just wanted to make like a fun VamPiRes deck. Haven't seen VamPiRes be that great in a while, and I remember a couple years ago it was really good in Historic before they ruined Historic with way too overpowered of cards, where tribal decks had a chance. But this version's been pretty good. It's kind of, it's a well-rounded version. Here's the creatures for Knight of Ebon Legion, 3 Adanto for board wipes, and just a lot of fatal pushes right now in the meta. So it just does really well to stay alive, and it's just a fun card to have. But board wipe proof is the main reason. Dusk Legion just to get early draw cards. Cordial is such an amazing card. This card can really just your creatures can just explode with this card. You can do a lot of fun things, and the synergy of this deck is built around this card. So I have 4 Fatal Push and 3 Fateful Absence to go with this card, and I chose 4 Fatal Push because it's only 1 mana, so you can get this down on turn 2 or 3, and then automatically start buffing up your vampires. Another really cool thing is you can play get a couple of these out, play like a Dusk Legion, and then sack it with Sorin, and so it'll trigger twice, and if you have 2 of these off, it'll trigger 4 times. So you can kind of see, I think, one game. Another card that's really good with Cordial is Crippling Fear. I was playing against Elves deck recently, and they had like 15 creatures that had 2 toughness or less, and I had 2 Cordials out, and I think I got like 30 counters, which is insane. So Crippling Fear is really good too with Cordial. Cordial is just a really nutty card, and Cordial is what makes this deck, I think, have a chance at being competitive, because it allows you to have ways to beat certain decks, gain life with big creatures, get to a point where you are hard to deal with. 2 Gifted Aetherborn just as a Death Touch lifelinker. This card usually gets taken out right away though as soon as I play it. Honestly, the Dusk Legion Duelist that is coming out with March of the Machines, I think, is going to take this spot, and I might drop one of these just because I think that card goes really well. The Dusk Legion Duelist says whenever you add a +1/+1 counter to the Duelist, you get to draw a card, and this triggers only once per turn. So, obviously with Cordial, giving things counters is a part of the deck. Sorin gives things counters as well. So it's just another way to have early card draw and just have consistency. And that's one thing with this deck. There's a lot of card draw. It seems like that's the thing that they gave VamPiRes, is lots of ways to draw cards. So having 20 lands is actually fine because you draw a lot. So I think the Dusk Legion Duelist is going to make the deck even more consistent, which consistency is huge. Callous Bloodmage is a really good card. It deals with players' graveyards, which is what I like. Another way to draw cards, and against decks that go wide, you sometimes want to create the 1/1 pest. So just a good, diverse card. I really like this card. Edgar is an amazing card. I want to add a 3rd copy of this, but it's just hard to fit in to be competitive in a super fast meta. But this card is really good obviously against board wipes. You can sack it with Sorin, because sometimes it's better just to be the artifact and start creating tokens and going wide. But I just love it as a board wipe protection is the main reason. So just those 2 cards are really good for that. Champion is obviously just a very good draw card. We talked about Fatal Push and Fateful Absence, but another cool thing with Fatal Push is you can sack a creature and then it activates Fatal Push. So if you sack a creature, kill something, you can Fatal Push something else that's up to 4 mana, so it activates your Fatal Push. So the synergy is really good. Fateful Absence is just, in my mind, the best removal spell because it takes out Planeswalkers, and it's 2 mana and it kills anything. So I think this is really important because of Sheoldred and Crucius and cards like that. Obviously 4 Thoughtseize, just because that's a staple in pretty much any deck that plays black, and 4 Sorin, as that's kind of a key planeswalker to the deck. And then we play 3 Hive as another form of board wipe protection, as well as just a way to kind of remove cards from players' graveyards. The sideboard is kind of a rough draft because I haven't played any best of 3 with this deck yet, but just wanted ways to deal with artifacts and enchantments. Just a lot of different removal spells. Another Crippling Fear for decks that go wide. A couple Duress for control decks. Rest in Peace for graveyard decks. Karn for artifact decks. For the Goblin Belcher and all the artifact decks that are out there right now, as well as this is another way to remove. So just a lot of spells to kind of keep doing what we're doing and not really change the focus of our deck. We can definitely become more of an Orzhov control deck with the sideboard though. So been a pretty fun list. Well, yeah, let's get into some games. Definitely a mulligan there. That's much better. The question is, what do we get rid of? I think we get rid of the... I think we get rid of the Dusk Legion. Just because we already have a draw card. And Adanto can just be really good. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. Gotta love Sorin. V. Alright, what is he doing here? Toxic. Okay. I definitely don't like that card. We can kill that. Yeah, I don't want him drawing cards. Okay. Okay. Ooh. That kind of changes things a little bit, doesn't it? Does. We're just gonna get rid of that toxic guy. And just do a little bit of that. Okay. Here we are going to... Do I want to play Sorin, draw a card? Yeah, let's just do that.
I guess you do.
Solid. Okay, well that's literally probably the best card we could have drawn.
I bestow a mighty curse.
Seems like our opponent is drawing lands.
My bloodline flows.
But that's the way it goes sometimes, right? Those 2 Thoughtseize is pretty early. We're pretty devastating. Alright, pretty good keep here. I think we're gonna go Thoughtseize into Ebon Legion Thoughtseize. Playing against Finn is definitely needs to go. So we're playing a toxic deck. Okay, so we take Finn and that next turn. Is it that or Prologue? Do we have a kill spell? We do not. A random non-land card in that player's hand. you get a poison. Okay, so yeah, we're getting rid of that and Finn. It's a good card. The reason we're getting rid of Finn is because we are a creature deck. Okay. Yep. Definitely be killing that card. Well, that answers that question. He's going to Distorted Curiosity. Okay. Well, we don't really have a way to deal with that. That's fine though. I don't think that's that big of a problem, as we have 2 turns to win, so should be okay. It's a cool card. I've never seen that card. They're probably playing Venerated Raw Priest in this deck. Why would they play Finn? It's not like a lot of these guys have Death Touch. I guess they have some Death Touch creatures. Crippling Fear is good. Alright, we got one more turn. We can Fatal Push if we need to, because we are swinging in for 6 next turn. Or Crippling Fear if we need to. They need to have blockers, so there's no way they're getting 7 counters on us in 1 turn. That's not necessarily true. If they get a Venerated Rot Priest, they absolutely could. Not true. The card's disgusting. Guess they're trying to figure out if they have a chance here. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the card you play. I love that card. I play that in my blue-black Toxic deck. Such a good card. Yeah, that ain't gonna do it. We can just Crippling Fear. Skip game. Crippling Fear is a good card. Alright, pretty good keep here. Go Knight into Gifted, probably. For Cordial, we'd like to get a 3rd land and a Fatal Push. Or play it at a time we can sacrifice, like a Knight or something, so that everything benefits. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. Yeah, we can swing him. Another Toxic deck, huh? I think next turn we're gonna play Cordial Knight. And then we are going to play Sorin and sacrifice and kill one of their creatures. Okay. And we're just going to keep Gifted back. Are we going to keep Gifted back? Yeah. I mean, he could double block and kill the knight, right? And then we pump up everything, so if he wants to block, he absolutely can. I'm fine with that. Okay. Yeah, we're going to use Gifted as a defender here. And all the crawling targets. When we get a Crippling Fear, we are going to annihilate this deck. If we draw one, we're going to get so many counters and just run away with the game. I love Crippling Fear, man. That card just goes nuts with Cordial. See what they're doing here, though. Okay. Oh. Okay. Cool. I don't really want to sacrifice a vampire right now because I like what I have. We're just gonna put it on Knight. And we're gonna swing like that. That works for me. It's annoying that he has all these creatures that continue to build creatures, but it's not the worst thing ever. Sacrifice a creature so we'll get +1. Yeah, that's an annoying card. He's gonna use it on Cordial, I'm sure. If he's smart. If he's not, he's gonna use it on Sorin. But I don't think Sorin is the threat, I think Cordial's the threat. Yeah, okay. And there's another one. Do we just swing it? I think I'm kind of okay with swinging in and saving the Cordial. Let's put another Cordial down. Let's just keep doing the one night at a time thing, just because we want to keep Gifted to throw more back. That's fine. I think depending on what we draw next turn, like if we draw like a Dust Legion or a Callous, we're absolutely going to sacrifice those cards to make our knights bigger and kill these things, but it really just depends on what they have here. That card's annoying. Okay, pretty soon I think we're just going to go ham, and it might be, yeah, I was about to say, I'm not sure how they win this one. I was thinking next turn we were probably going to swing everybody in with the Hive. Swing it for, say 14, 16, plus that, yeah. I think we were just going in next turn. But that was a good example of using that card as a good defender. And just kind of showing how Cordial can take off. I mean, if we had got a Crippling Fear at any time, it would have been nutty. Good keep here. Probably going to Thoughtseize turn 1, Knight turn 2, hold up Fatal Push, and then play Cordial turn 3, and then hopefully Fatal Push is the plan. But that could easily change. We might need a Fatal Push right away, depending on what we're playing against. Okay, black. Well, Look at that. Now we can Thoughtseize 2 turns in a row. Ooh. I really do hate Thieves Guild Enforcer quite a bit. It's definitely that card. Okay, we're gonna Thoughtseize again. He's going to play Thieves Guild, which is fine. It's fine. I think we're gonna take. Yeah, we're definitely gonna take. Not. Yeah, I don't want them playing Valky. Okay, so next turn we're gonna. He's probably gonna kill our knight, which is fine. It's absolutely fine. Okay. Alright, ooh, that's a good card. Because they can't kill that now, can they? So that kind of changes things for me a little bit. I think what I want to do is play Adanto. Because Adanto cannot be killed. And then we're going to do that. And then we're going to pass. It's literally fine. I love Kling. Kling's a good card. Okay. Okay. We're gonna play this. Gonna swing in. If he wants to block, he absolutely can. I will save my Fatal Push. That's what he was doing, which is fine. Okay. I think we're gonna. Okay. Gotta love Kling, man. Robber of the Rich. We will not be letting that card attack. Because we all hate that card. Everyone who plays Magic the Gathering and doesn't play Mono Red hates that card. Because it is a ridiculously broken card. Another Adanto. That seems pretty good. Alright. I think at this point if he tries to kill a Vanguard, we may let it go, I don't know. I think next turn we swing in for 5. 8, 11, 14. Relic Robber. Nice. Jeez. All the Adanto Vanguards, huh? Okay. That is fine. Another Vanguard. All 3 of them. That should do it, man. I don't see how they. I mean, they could cling for 3 life here. But I don't see how that helps them. And then gotta have fire in their deck. Yeah, they're trying to cling. Okay. Just drawing a card. Alrighty. That's probably gonna do it. Yep. Good game, good game. That one was just pure Adanto. I mean, like I said, it's good. It's good. Not just in against control. It's just a really good card. And it works really well with Cordial because you just pump it up even more. And then we had this. If for some reason they had a board wipe in their deck, but I highly doubt it. But we would have kept this one alive and then swung it with Hive and still been hitting them for 9. Good stuff. Alright. Going against Spanker here. Hopefully we can draw land. Two Cordials is fine, but I'd like a land so I can get Champion out. And then this hand will be great. Okay, cool. Exciting stuff. Exciting. Alrighty. Nice. I have no idea what we're playing against here. Nice. Nice. Okay, we are definitely going to Thoughtseize because I'm getting tired of this guy's hand already. Alright, one of these stupid decks. Trying to figure out what the best card is. That card's not great because we don't have a kill spell. And they have one more land. Yeah, let's just get rid of that. And then eggs. Ah, I did that wrong. I did that all wrong. Oh well. We're gonna play these next turn, and then we're gonna Crippling Fear. That's the plan. I don't know if I did this all wrong, perhaps, but we'll see. Unless he Demogorgon clutches me, then that's not great. Which he probably will. He's worried about Sorin, that's fine. Gives us a turn. I don't know, man. These mono black discard decks seem to be the one deck that really just is hard for us because we don't have a lot of ways to deal with that. Do I let him kill that? I think so. Is he gonna just keep playing that card? He might. Okay. Let's just sit back. Hopefully it doesn't make us discard these cards. That's the only thing that would stink. If he keeps doing the tenacious underdog thing, we're fine with that. No. Well, there goes that. What a ridiculous card. That's ridiculous. That's not overpowered at all. That was nice. Oh, Cordial, how I love thee. This is why I play this deck. That stinks though. If he has he can just literally play this card and we die. That's just awful, man. What are we supposed to do here? He didn't play it. Why would he do that? Why wouldn't he just play the other card? Yeah, we're just gonna do that. Absolutely. Well, that's definitely gotta go. I mean, just gonna swing in, right? You can only kill one. Either way, we're gaining 6 life here. It's fine. So it's going up to like a 8, 8, 11, 11. Yeah. Thoughtseize was nice. I don't know why he didn't use that card. That would have won the game for him. Destroy each creature with power. Oh, power 2 or less. My bad. So I totally just picked up the wrong card. Yeah, I read that wrong, man. I must be tired. I must be tired. It'd be nice if we drew one of our many cards. Like even our lands would be good right now. Wow, I totally read that card wrong. I must be tired, man. Because, yeah, I wouldn't even have bothered with that card. I would have just taken Children. So that's why he didn't play that card. Goodness. What is this? Whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player loses a life unless they discard a card. Wonderful. These decks are so stupid. Just like, they really are stupid. Wonderful. Suck on that. That's good. Gain that life back. Alright, now we have game unless he has a creature. Okay.
He's but a taste of my power.
He's got to block the knight, right? He has to block the knight. Okay. Yeah, I'll discard that. I don't care about that. Massive. Okay. Okay. Good game. Yeah, I goofed on that one a few times. Interesting keep. Got a lot of disruptive cards, so we'll start with that. Thoughtseize. Ooh, that helps. I'll start with Thoughtseize, see what we can find. Alrighty. Not a big fan of that card. Okay. Just a lot of creature destruction and then a Felidar retreat. Okay. I think we get rid of Felidar for sure. I don't want to deal with that. That's not something my deck's built for. Crippling Fear, but that's not. That card's nutty. I think this could be a probably not great matchup. I think the way we get around some of this is to bring in Callous Bloodmage with Sorin. So that we have more than just, yeah, get him to use those spells, which is fine. Crippling Fear helps. It's nice. That is good. It's fine. That is absolutely, positively fine. And so is that. Felidar, there it is. Alright, well, we have kill spells. Create a 2/2 beast tech. Wonderful. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Okay. Of course he has the Felidar and the Fabled Passage. It's literally nonsense. But that's okay, because we have answers for that. We're just gonna Crippling Fear, honestly. This is a good time to Crippling Fear. And now we have kill spells if he pulls another Fabled Passage out of his ass. We have Hive. So we have things, right? We have yeah. He sacrifices the creature, kills the knight, whatever. Okay. Cool. Alrighty. We're gonna just do this. I think we're gonna just Hive and swing in for 7, right? Fabled Pass, or Fatal Push is for Hive, Fateful Absence is for Murderous Rider. Of course. I don't care about that at all. So he creates a 2/2 here. We're gonna go ahead and Fatal Push it. He didn't kill anything this turn, did he? Okay, good game. Yeah, there's no way around it, because Hive has Menace. Good game, good game. Oh, okay. Cool, I guess. Would have Thoughtseize probably into Adanto, I don't know. Don't know, we'll never know. So I made a couple minor changes to this list. I took out the Gifted Aetherborn, I added in a couple Murderous Rider, just because of the diversity of this card. And that's the way to kind of replace that life gain that Gifted Aetherborn gives you. You do lose the Death Toucher, but I don't think it's necessary. I just dropped one of these, put in 2 of these, and then I think I added a land. Yeah, 21st land. Just to kind of like give me a little more kill spells. Crippling Fear is nuts, and then 8 kill spells just because we're playing best of 1 historic, and you really need 4 Fatal Push. Like there's so many decks where you just need to Fatal Push things right away. I've tried to lower this, but it's just it works really well in the deck anyway. So it's kind of like here's our aggro creatures, here's our draw creatures, hand disruption, kill spells, board wipes. Sorin's kind of the key to our deck, and then Edgar and Adanto are our guys that are hard to kill, unless you have exile spells, of course. And then I also added in 2 Castle Locthwains, just to give me a little more draw power. Dropped 1 Hive, and then I added in 1 land, so 21 lands. Another, 2 more draw spells here. That should have been in the deck to begin with, just because it just gives me another way to keep my hand flowing, and I don't mind losing life because I gain life a lot of different ways. Sideboard is about the same. Haven't really changed much, but I also haven't played best of 3 yet. But just based on what I'm feeling from playing in historic, I mean that's kind of where I want to be, is just a diverse range of things that disrupt their graveyard with Rest in Peace, Cage, and Callous. Exiling things as artifacts and enchantments. You want to have lots of ways to do that, because there's a lot of decks like that right now. Karn just shuts off artifacts. Duress is another way to deal with control decks. Just a little bit of everything. Crippling Fear to deal with more aggro decks. Crippling Fear is just so nutty for us against aggro decks. Like, even if we don't kill all of their creatures, we still get rid of most of their creatures and keep all of ours on the board. It's just stupid. And then not to mention Cordial, if it's out there, just goes nuts. But yeah, that's where we're at right now with the list. Feels good, man. I think it's fairly competitive. I wouldn't call it like tier 1 or tier 2 even, but I feel like if you the way I do things is just keep tweaking as you play it. And it feels solid, man. Like, I enjoy this deck. It's fun for a creature deck. My whole thing with creature decks is I just want to be able to draw cards, and I want to be able to face a diverse group of decks and have a chance. So I feel like this does that. And it's just fun to play. And it has recursion, it has ways to deal with board wipes, it has ways to deal with kill spells. You benefit from things dying. You can sack things. You're drawing a good amount of cards. With that, you know, you have, that's another way to deal with board wipes. You have ways to deal with the graveyard. You have just ways to deal with everything. Ways to deal with planeswalkers. Ways to deal with bigger creatures. Just a little bit of everything. Another really cool thing that you can do is you can Crippling Fear the board, and then you can sack something and do 3 more damage. So you can get something that's bigger, like a, you know, with this up to 6 toughness, and kill it if you don't have a kill spell to do 6 damage to it 1 turn. I've had to do that before to a dragon. So there's some cool things you can do with this deck. It's fun. And then I think the sideboard is, you know, white and black just has a lot of really good spells to deal with a lot of different things. So, but yeah, that's where we're at. Definitely let me know what you think in the comments. More mono blackness. No. We're just gonna kill this. Yeah, we're just gonna kill this thing. So we have ways to get Champion out without Sorin. And we can do it this turn, but we can also not. It's just one of those things where I'd rather just kill that card before it becomes bigger. That is perfectly fine. Well, there you go. Deal with that. And we just can't play this Thoughtseize, can we? Is that bad when you just have everything you want to do is... Thoughtseize is just not that important. I do want to Thoughtseize now. Let's do that. Alrighty. Don't care about that. Phyrexian Arena. Wow. We're definitely going to get rid of that card. That card is nutty. Alrighty, see what he can come up with here. He's gonna kill my knight or kill my Edgar. Nope, neither. Alrighty, I am fine with that. Let's just go ahead and Sorin into a champion. Oh my god. That should probably do it, right? Pretty good start for us there. We have lots of different ways to win this. I mean, you can't kill 3 creatures. Okay, we can sack it and kill him, so that's fine. My turn. Well, that just wins it all, doesn't it? So we're gonna sacrifice a vampire. We're gonna sacrifice the, I guess, champion. Doesn't matter. Kill that. Good game, good game. And that's why Fatal Push is awesome. Do we have 3 Fatal Pushes in our hand right there? No. Oh, we just sacked it and killed it to the... Okay, we didn't. Yeah, we could have Fatal Push twice and hit him in the face. It didn't matter. Good game, good game. Okay. Hopefully they don't Thoughtseize us. Another black deck again. Feels like that's all we get matched up against is black decks. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. Nice. Let's see, who are we sacrificing here? I think we just sacrifice this. Just get as much damage in as possible, right? Well, that's nice too. It's always nice. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't really care about the creature. I care more about that or this. I mean, I guess I care about the creature. I don't know. It's a weird deck. Haven't played against anything like that before, so. Hopefully he didn't draw a land. He did. Look at him. Look at him go. He's trying to get a combo off with life gain here. Uh-huh. Cool. Let's draw some cards. Nice. I think since we have 6 lands, we're just gonna go to try to win with Knight next turn. Yeah, that should probably do it, right? Yeah. Good game, good game. This hand is really questionable, but I'm gonna try it. If playing against a heavy creature deck, it'll be fine. I don't really would care about that right at the moment. There we go. Okay. Do I want to just kill it now? Or draw a card? Whatever. Dust Legion usually dies anyways. Whatever. Okay. Let me just trade so I don't have to waste my Fatal Push. Okay. What are we dealing with here? Definitely not that card. Negate's not great. I have a lot of kill spells. I think Alright, now we're just gonna get rid of this thing. I think we're gonna Fatal Push and Murderous Rider next turn. It's a weird ass deck. That's a pretty good card. So we're gonna Murderous Rider. We're gonna swing in. And then you can kill our creature, whatever. And the next turn, we're gonna need to play Edgar, our Champion of Dusk. Okay. Distribute 2 1/1 counters. It's literally fine. Interesting, I'm surprised that he didn't do that. 2 1/1 counters is bad for Knight, isn't it? I think we're just gonna hold things up. That card, oh no, you see, if we do this, it'll be a 2/3. Okay, it's gonna be, yeah, 3/4 actually, because of gaining 4 damage. Yeah. Okay. I'm surprised he's not distributing 2 1/1 counters. Okay. Here it is. Alrighty, I think he has a board wipe of some kind. We are in good shape for winning this turn. Demon. Alrighty. Good game, good game. Risk Factor, it's my favorite. Oh, Dreadhorde, okay. Oh, he gets haste. Okay, cool. Love how you draw 2 in a row when you had no creatures 2 turns ago. Isn't that exciting? I'm gonna go ahead and kill Cordial, yay! No, we're not killing Cordial, we're going to face. Okay. Not blocking. Got life gain, not worried about it. Alrighty.
I have not survived and let you to stand down now. Our fiends thirst for life. dearly.
It's that annoying. So he tramples me for 1 if I don't block, which I'm absolutely gonna block. Okay. Risk factor. Yeah, I'll take 4, man. Yep, good game. I swear, man, Arena just gives you exactly what you need to make the game not a complete stomp. Like, if he didn't draw 2 Dreadhordes in a row after I Thoughtseized him. Like, come on, man. Like, I get so sick of that algorithm, man, and then acting like, oh, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, okay. Not when it happens over 50% of the games. There's something wrong. Like, this is ranked. This isn't even unranked. Unranked we won't even get into, but it's way worse. Not bad. Alrighty. Ninjas. Typhoid Rats. Go for the Throat. Kaido Shizuki. I don't really care about the Typhoid Rat. Trying to think what's the card we want to take here. Probably, well, we have answers as long as we can draw a land. I haven't played ninjas in a long time. Crippling Fear is pretty good. There's a land that makes life easier. Okay. Land, good. Gonna go for the Throat my Dusk Legion Zealot. Seems nice. No, just playing Silver Fur Master now these days. Okay. I think we're just going to hold this up. If we need to, probably just to kill Kaido, and then we're just gonna Crippling Fear. Yeah.
Powerful won't help. I'll do it myself.
Draw a card. Okay. Okay.
There's no secret I can't uncover.
And we're down to 11 health. It's not the greatest feeling, is it? Just block 2. He's gonna go for the Throat if we play Edgar. And then we'll take 3. Trying to think what is the best thing. Is it just play the Crippling Fear? Or play Edgar, start getting lifelinkers? I think we're gonna Crippling Fear. It's not as effective when you don't have your own creatures, but you know, what are you gonna do? Phyrexian Arena, cool. We're gonna go Vanguard into Murderous Rider. Phyrexian Arena is a good card. Go for the throat. Typhoid Rats, cool. Each opponent loses a life, you gain 1 life. What does this do? When it transforms. I don't know. I can't look at it transformed. Okay. Menace. Okay. My turn. Do I want to just gain? I think I want to play Edgar and force him to use Go for Throat on Edgar. He's gonna kill our lifelinker? Is that what he's doing here? Okay. Oh, he doesn't have black mana right now. Okay. So gain a little bit of life was good. We have another Murderous Rider. Okay. He has Go for Throat and what? Zoomy Prowler. Okay. Death Touch and Lifelink. Go for the Throat on the Vanguard. Or no, on the Edgar. That's fine. Death Touch and Lifelink. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna play Sorin. If he wants to block, he absolutely can. Okay. It's a menace, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Brace of the Storm, they have menace, okay. It's fine, we have things to sacrifice. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna save that. Absolutely gonna save that. Alrighty. You're definitely gonna kill him. We are gonna do this. Draw a card, hold up Murderous Rider. Actually, we're not. We're going to exile the graveyard, I think. I don't know. Or just create more tokens. I don't know. If he wants to block, that's fine. I'm not taking a 4 life for that. Okay. Guess we get Edgar next turn, so with life linkers. I can just Vanguard next turn. That is absolutely fine. I think he should have saved that for Edgar, but okay. Shit ton of mana, shit ton of health. Nice. Isn't that magical? That was absolutely magical. May have undercover opera, the copy of anything, okay. Cool. Cool. And it's pretty simple, we just Murderous Rider. Then we play a Knight, a Swamp, a Knight, Cordial, Good game, good game. Fun stuff for us, fun stuff. Probably not very fun for them. Thoughtseize into Night Knight. Hopefully we draw a Sorin. Oh, that's a pretty good draw. Okay, this deck. Because I don't have a kill spell, I'm gonna take that. There we go. Well, now I have a kill spell. So we just got to outpace them. Do I want to just get in for 5 here, or yeah, or draw a card? That's a tough choice. I think we want to get it for 5, so that the knights get bigger. Yeah, want to be fast. Drown in a core. Okay. If he has a land, fatal push here, swing it with knight. Depends on what he has. Okay. Okay. I think we're just going to play champion here. Alright, we're on a 2-turn clock unless he has another way to kill us. Okay, knight's good. That's getting annoying that he always has that card. Okay, so I think we're gonna go Callous. Edgar's good. So we can play Edgar next turn, but we cannot buff the knight, so I think we just want to get as many creatures down as possible. Oh my goodness, man. Seriously. 3 Vraska's Falls? Come on now. This game is so rigged. Yeah, I think we just lost. Wonderful. Opponent drew perfect. Dumb. That's actually a pretty slow hand, but kind of hard to not keep his hand. Okay, we're gonna definitely Sorin here if he doesn't do anything. And goodbye, Sorin. That was actually the wrong play. But, you know, what do I know? What do I know? Okay. Cool. That's why you should have saved your Vanishing Verse. Bro Hickey. Not really sure what we're playing against here. Just a bunch of kill spells. Board wipe. Some kind of exile spell on my Edgar. Just basically a stupid ass deck that Rena matched me up against that has answers for every one of my things. Okay. I don't care about that at all. Other than the fact that this is just extremely annoying.
I'm done.
family.
Yeah, we basically got to find a Callous here or we just lose. So we got to exile their graveyard quickly. Because they're probably going to play Mizzix Mastery or something soon. Okay, that's pretty good. I wish we would have drawn a card though. Or I mean not a card, a land. Go to Thoughtseize and see what they're working with over here. Hopefully we can find something useful. Oh great, well I'm not getting rid of that. Goodness. Guess he could have braid our Sorin, right? What do we want here? Probably a Vanguard, right? I think next turn we're gonna Sorin into Edgar is our best chance. Hope they don't draw fire here. Of course they drew fire. Who top decks Mizzix Mastery? Thanks, Arena. You're such a great program. You really are. You are great. Just gonna go ahead and top deck the best card in my deck. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and proceed to kill everything in your deck. Okay. Interesting. So 4 or 5? 5 or 4? Three. This is 3. Do we just kill stupid dragon? Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Go ahead and throw both those dragons in the graveyard. Play a land and just play a... No? 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 What's he doing here? He's gonna try to kill Adanto. Clearly not gonna let him kill Adanto. Okay. Oh, well, that's pretty good. Doesn't that help us? Isn't that the card we needed? Isn't that fire? That's why we play this card? Is that what happens?
Darkness will always return.
Good game. Good game. Well, there you go. So, our streak of going second continues. I think Arena is trying to make it seem like it's really difficult to get to Diamond, which we all know it's not. Because I've continually had going second, and I've continuously played against Black every single game now. So, you know, if you know anything about Arena, it's just what they do. That is perfectly fine. Alright, there's the card we were looking for, maybe. I think we gotta play Locthwain here, right? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Definitely want to play Edgar on turn 4. All we've been getting matched up against is decks that kill us repeatedly over and over again that have Black in it. I think the last 4 or 5 matchups. And I promise you that is not the meta. That is just decks that do well against us. Man, I guess we're not going to play Edgar. What are we doing here? I think we're just gonna hold up kill spells. Just sit tight. Nice. I'll go ahead and kill that. Do you want a Fateful Absence and take 4? Or do you want to block with the Knight, kill with Fatal Push? See if he attacks with the Knight. Nah. I'm just gonna kill that.
I'm done.
Nobody knows Dominaria's shadows like me. Now, one of your friends has to leave. This was a waste of time.
Oops. Wonderful. I think we're Griffinari, nice. I think we're gonna go Sorin into Edgar. Possibly. Okay. Actually, we're gonna go Sorin and just kill this stupid thing.
One life to save me.
Awesome. Exciting. Exciting. So definitely need a kill spell. Or else we are just going to lose immediately. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it that way because need a kill spell. Wonderful. Seems like Arena is just totally screwing us right now. Like we have so many kill spells to kill this stupid thing. Nice. Cool. Oh wow, there's a fatal push. Too little, too late.
Depart, Innistrad, or you will taste my blade. Yourself useful. Show some respect.
Okay. Alrighty. Good game. I guess. Pretty solid keep here. See if we're up against black again. A lot of card draw though. Some kill spells would be nice to pump up our creature. So there's a kill spell. There's a kill spell. Land. Agent of what? Choose a target opponent. Conjure a duplicate card of their library. I'm so tired of these stupid alchemy cards, man. The fact that we don't have a way to kill this either is a problem, so we're just gonna kill it now. I don't want him conjuring stuff, and I don't want to do that again. Why did I play this not last turn? I'm gonna go Edgar here, or just Dusk. Yeah, let's just do Dusk Legion into Cordial, I think. Yeah, like next turn we go Edgar, sack a creature, sack a Dusk Legion. Wonderful. Not really worried about the Nighthawk Scavenger. Okay. Oh, we're just gonna kill that then. Yeah. Alrighty. Next turn we're going to play Edgar, sack Dusk Legion. Actually, we might just play these two, sack Dusk Legion. Play Edgar the turn after. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Let's draw. That's nice. Get rid of some stuff here. That's fine, because we can kill it at any point in time. Yeah. Okay. He's gonna gain control of target creature. It's fine. Okay, we're gonna do this again. Get rid of that for sure. Play Edgar. Onto sacrifice. We're gonna sacrifice Edgar actually. so that he can't make a copy of Edgar. Okay, 2/3 with. Okay, so he makes a copy of the knight, I guess. Yeah, that's actually fine. Why would he do that right now? That was stupid of him, actually. We're in good shape now. Okay. Okay. What's he doing here? Okay. Cool. We're gonna definitely kill that with our token that pops into play. Yeah, we're gonna. Okay. And that's why we play Adanto Vanguard. Because it literally wins games by itself. Alright. Pretty solid keep here. Ooh. Okay. Seek a card with 2 less and a card. Okay, so that's not good for right away. Is blue, red, and blue, green. I don't want him to accelerate. Don't want to exile. I think we're gonna go Sorin into Callous. Next turn. Okay. That's... I hate alchemy, man. I really just hate it. That's cool. That's actually good because then we can do both.
I drink only the life. Welcome to the family.
I'm just gonna draw off right now. All the Sorins. Okay. Okay. Don't you have to discard these cards at the end of next turn? Yeah. So maybe he's just getting... Okay. Okay. What has he got over here? Oracle Alpha.
But a piece of my power.
Yeah, I think next turn we can Hive too, right? Okay. Okay, that's pretty good.
I bestow a mighty curse.
Trying to think how he wins this one. Okay, that's not great. This deck again, man. Ugh. Okay. Does he have enough to do it? He might. God, I hate this deck so much. He's just gonna keep playing until he gets that card, right? This is gonna take like 5 minutes. Exciting. Draw a couple kill spells, Cordial. Hopefully we draw a land pretty soon. After Dusk Legion on turn 2, most likely. Probably gonna Fatal Push on turn 1 if we're playing something aggro. Alright. Blues. Yep. Alrighty. Well, that changes things. Now I really wish we had a white land. Okay, there's our white land. We're gonna go ahead and Dust Legion. Try to get established. Okay, we could Sorin here, I think, on turn 3. Do we want a Sorin? Part of me wants the Sorin. We have Fateful Absence. We're not like in a huge rush. The problem with this situation is I don't want to lose Sorin right away. I want to be able to gain life with Sorin, so get Callous here. Draw a card. I'd like to be able to play Cordial on the same turn I get Fateful Absence. Yeah, sure. 2 champions here is good. Yeah, I think Sorin is more important to gain life this game than to draw cards with the champion. Yeah. Untapped land? No. Let's Thoughtseize. See what they got over here. Oh, we definitely don't want them drawing cards. Is it a wizard? No. Yeah, we don't want that. I think we're just going to... Okay. Man. Really don't want to take more damage. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Okay, we're just going to pass. So we're not going to be able to benefit much from this right now. Okay. Do we take 2, 3? Pass 2 attackers. Human monk, that's not a wizard. Do you want to just kill this? Yeah. I think we're just gonna Sorin. Okay. I'd like to be able to sack Dusk Legion on the same turn. Am I being greedy now? Let's just sack this thing. That's fine. That is fine. Okay. Now's the time for Champion, I think, or Cordial. One of the two. Yeah. Let's do that. Nice. Let's this. Let's do this. That was pretty sweet. Yep. Wide board, draw 3 cards. Diamond VamPiRes, baby. Good stuff. It's a good deck, about 70% win rate. I mean, I'll take that. Historic all day. Let's kind of go to the list we ended up with. Oops. Well, Sorin is kind of a kill spell. Yeah, so we got Knight for early game pressure, late game destruction. Adanto is a way to deal with staying alive. Adanto was really good. Deals with board wipes, control decks. Cordial is a way to counter up your creatures. Edgar is a way to counter up and to deal with board wipes. And it's just a really good card to sacrifice because then it creates tokens and you can keep sacking them. With Sorin, I think there was a couple games where I did that. All my draw cards here. Kill spells. Definitely think you need at least 4 to deal with Sheoldred. Or bigger things, just things that don't necessarily, Fatal Push doesn't necessarily hit right away without being able to sacrifice a creature or lose a creature, which isn't always easy, but Fatal Push is still really good. Crippling Fear is nuts in this deck. I don't think I get to show you one where I popped off like crazy, but it's if there's a wide board, you can go nuts with the counters if you have Cordial out. Thoughtseize is just really important. 2 ways to draw cards here. Sorin's just nutty. 2 Hive and 21 lands. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Y'all have a good one. Peace.